two teams battling for the last spot in the semifinals. In the battle for Division B, we have the number 2 seed team, celebrated brothers Michael and Brian Voltaggio, whose first round win proved they are even stronger when cooking together, making them one of the most feared teams in the competition.
We won by 2 points, thanks to you.
Chef Michael and Brian.
2 points is not going to beat Mei and Nini. We are brothers. We operate our restaurants together.
At one time, we were competing against each other, and now we're competing together.
I believe that the judges, unless somebody messes up at a high level, are going to be splitting hairs this round.
Now, their opponents are the number 1 seeds champion Chef Mei Lin and her BFF, Chef Nini Nguyen. This tight-knit team of competitors took down Chefs Adam Sobel and Christian Petroni in the first round. Mei and Nini, congratulations.
We understand each other in a way that I don't think the other teams do. Maybe the Voltaggio brothers.
I mean, if anybody here knows the tricks they have under their sleeves, it's you, Mei.
Yeah. I've cooked with the brothers for a very long time. I've worked for both of them, and I know their tricks.
She knows all of our tricks up to a certain point, but she doesn't know what we've been doing since she left.
I spent a lot of time with Nini, on Top Chef. She can hold her own. And she's really accomplished in pastry.
All right, chefs, they're ready for you.
All right, let's do this.
You're so gangster.
I'm just a bro.
Are you ready to see these teams go mistletoe to toe? Then let's light this up. Chef Michael Voltaggio earned a Michelin star and James Beard Award nods as an executive chef. He is one of the titans on Bobby's Triple Threat and the winner of Season 6 of Top Chef. Chef Brian Voltaggio is a 2-time James Beard nominee who has opened over a dozen restaurants. He is a 3-time Top Chef finalist. Give it up for our number 2 seed, Team Michael and Brian. Of you, has it always been this tight?
I mean, it was big wheels and bicycles and all that. We were connected when we were children, and I followed him into this career, and here we are. We're partners, we're brothers, we're family. We do everything together.
To be able to have this opportunity also to come out here and compete and show what we can do together has been nothing but incredible, so thank you.
I really think that you have both elevated each other to another level. Good luck, Voltaggios. Let's meet your opponents. Chef Mei Lin is a James Beard nominated restaurateur who has won both Top Chef and Tournament of Champions. She is one of Oprah Winfrey's go-to Christmas chefs. Chef Nini Nguyen honed her skills at the Michelin-starred 11 Madison before becoming winner of Food Network's Last Bite Hotel. Give it up for Mayday and Martini Nini, Team Mei and Nini. Let's go this way, folks. Come on. As you know, the randomizer will determine the savory ingredient for one dish, the sweet ingredient for the other dish, but the equipment, the style, and the wild card will be included in both dishes. Let's get after it. Here we go. Savory. Rest in sweet kumquats, cookie cutter, wrapped, and candy canes.
Yay!
Now here's the great news. I'm gonna give you 40 minutes, and I'm now gonna give you 2 minutes to confer together as a team, come up with a game plan, and when those 2 minutes are over, the cook will begin. Starts now. Good luck.
Make a gastrique. I'm gonna cookie cut the squash. And then I'm gonna do some sort of wrap, like a present with Swiss chard.
With this randomizer, there's a lot of good things and bad things. I mean, I don't necessarily want to put candy canes with kumquats.
But we're gonna make it work.
Well, if you're making a pastrami glaze, you can melt the candy cane down and put the pastrami spices in that.
Yes. Michael's going to take pastry on this one again, and because he's got a vision for the dish.
What vision is that? Can you share it with me? Because right now, I don't know what that vision is.
Oh.
Chefs, 3, 2, 1, and your time starts now.
I'm adding into this some kumquat zest and some kumquat juice. There is not a lot of juice in these kumquats, so this process is taking quite a significant amount of time.
So I'm making spiced, crispy duck breast, maitake mushrooms, wrapped with napa cabbage.
Chef Mei.
Hello. I am doing a seared duck breast.
I'm thinking knafeh, which is a Middle Eastern dessert. It's filled with cheese. I'm gonna wrap it in kaitafe, which is shredded phyllo dough.
I get some jus with some of the gastrique on the plate, and to finish, we have the parsley salad on top.
I put lebna on the bottom. I put my toasted knafeh right on top. I drizzle it with the syrup, top it with the candied kumquats, and we dust it with a little bit of candy cane powder.
3 minutes.
So I'm intentionally building this plate. So I'm gonna place the cabbage wrapped mushrooms in the center of the plate, slice the duck breast and fan it over the top, and then finish it with the jus. And I want this spoon all over the plate, so as you're eating through it, you're also capturing those elements of the dish. I want the judges to look at this dish and be like, wow, this is a special meal, sitting at a great holiday table.
1 minute, chef.
First thing I'm putting on the plate is my coconut jelly cake. Next, I'm taking these teeny tiny little candied kumquat slices and lining them up around the outside.
That looks amazing.
I'm pouring some of that kumquat syrup over top of it and then actually adding some of my kumquat puree.
30 seconds.
Ryan, do you have my serrated?
Is that
My serrated knife?
serrated? No. Right here.
I'm also putting a little stripe of that kumquat puree on the right-hand side so that that will hold my candy cane and spring roll wrapped banana in place. Feet don't fail me now. I'm putting my peppermint bark right on top.
That's it. We're done.
The chefs have presented for you duck fat roasted duck breast with Swiss chard wrapped kumquat and duck fat rice, with the harissa holiday jus glazed butternut stars. The candy cane candied kumquat gastrique was drizzled over the Swiss chard rice packages and roasted in the oven. On the left, we have a knafeh of kaitafe wrapped mozzarella with kumquat labna and candy cane candied kumquat syrups. The mozzarella was wrapped in kaitafe and roasted in these snowflake cookie cutters. A labna was made and mixed with kumquat zest. This was then finished with a powdered candy cane dust.
Scott's still eating.
This is spectacular.
Yes!
There are so many delicious, subtle, warm spices inside here, that decided, unapologetic harissa that's inside here as well. Oh. It's both soulful and cerebral, I would say. And that's what I really like about this.
I might cry right now.
That brings me to turkey. And then when I go to dessert, this is also like being in a Turkish cafe. This is great cooking.
I would say he would say that's damn near perfect.
Beautiful harmony into the duck, crispiness of the duck, and it's cooked perfectly. The candy kumquats, it's a beautiful dish. I especially love the harissa that really bring all that together and give a little heat to it.
I think this is a complete marriage in heaven. This is the first time we're actually seeing a main course that actually goes with the dessert as well. The duck, beautifully seared. I think it's technically flawless. And then you get this like candied kumquat on top. So these like golden orbs of like citrusy notes. And I love the fact that the chef has cut the butternut squash out with these flowers. And then it's the same shape of the flower of the knafeh. In the dessert, I actually love a knafeh. Classic execution. The only thing that I would say is missing is I wanted a bit more of those kumquats on top.
Kumquat was the sweet for the sweet part of the dessert.
I'm just overwhelmed with emotion with the judging that we just had.
I think the Voltaggio brothers are nervous, because I would be.
Judges, your scorecards are in front of you. Again, 50 points per dish, 25 points in taste, 20 points in the use of the randomizer, and 5 points for plating.
They deserve that feedback. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never eaten anything that either one of them have ever made where I wouldn't give those same notes.
Yeah.
All right, judges, here to present the second dish, and the final dish of the evening is wild card. Justin.
Judges, we have a duck and peppermint accompanied by a maitake parcel. The duck breast was cooked and basted in duck fat. A candy cane was added to finish the basting process. And then you'll notice the jus. The jus has also been fortified with the candy canes. That cookie cutter was used to form that Napa cabbage parcel. Moving on to our sweet component, here you have a Thai coconut and kumquat jelly cake, a kumquat syrup and puree, a peppermint bark, and a peppermint banana cannelloni.
Beautiful. Those dishes really make you want to dive in it and start to taste all the components.
This makes me nervous.
The sauce of the duck is delicious. For the desserts, same thing. That dessert was beautiful. The use of the banana and the wrap and the use of agar-agar in it, we don't see it too often, and it's very well done. I find that a very good dessert.
From Jack Torres. You take a little piece of that wrap, that cabbage with the maitake mushroom and the duck, that is a perfect bite of food.
What? What?
Earthy, and it has a great texture on that cabbage. Great sauce work will make or break a dish. And this sauce work makes this dish even better.
I didn't think this was gonna be easy.
No.
When it comes to the jelly cake, love the usage of the kumquats. I think this little puree that's on top is stunning.
40 minutes, spectacular.
Joe.
This is Michelin star plating here. They were probably there with tweezers, you know, with all of those kumquat rings, just putting their heart and soul on the plate. The duck is sublime. I would have loved more of this sauce because it is so incredibly good. I think it needs it because the maitakes aren't seasoned that much.
Flavored up really well.
Once you get that sauce in there, it is absolutely divine. If anything, it's just a kiss of the candy cane. So maybe since it is supposed to be the star of the dish, it should have been a little bit, you know, more forefront. The dessert, I think, is a stunner. Bright, it's honey-hued. It has all those citrus bombs that you want from the kumquat. The crackle of that peppermint bark was really, really nice, and all those crunchy bits inside.
Hold my hand. I need you to hold my hand.
Thank you, judges. The scorecards are in front of you.
If we go home on this, it's gonna come down to like, I mean, it should be a point.
They're just masters of this craft.
Yeah.
And so for us to be like this neck and neck with them, I think is fantastic.
Chef Jacques Torres, Chef Judy Jew, Chef Scott Conant. It's been a pleasure. Good night.
We'll see what happens. All right. Great job, man.
You too.
All right.
Let's bring them back in, the Voltaggio brothers. Michael and Brian. Mei and Nini. Very high scores. One team scored a 48 out of 50 in savory, a 43 out of 50 in sweet, for a total of 91. The other team scored a 46 out of 50 in savory and 46 out of 50 in sweet, for a score of 92 and a 1-point difference.
Of course.
The winner of the battle between Team Mei and Nini and Team Michael and Brian is